What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Well, you know what today is. It's the best day of the week, Taco Tuesday. Today's taco, Picadillo. I love me a good Picadillo taco. This is one I haven't done yet. This should be good. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is take a pound of ground beef and get this cooking. Actually, let me use this here. So we're just going to get this browned up, get this cooked up, and then we'll add the other ingredients. In an effort to save time, I went ahead and diced up the other ingredients, but I'll make sure to mention what they are and the measurements as they get added to the video. All right, the ground beef is a little more than halfway done. I did drain off some of the meat. Next, I'm going to add half a white onion, a large onion. I'm also going to add 3 cloves of garlic that I minced up. Add that to the mix. Just going to let this cook down a little bit. All right, the next thing I'm going to add is 1 large potato that I diced up. To that, I'm going to add 8 ounces of beef broth. You can use chicken bouillon cubes or chicken bouillon. If you have it, I'm going to go with the beef broth. Next, we're going to add our seasonings. First thing we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of comino or ground cumin. This is a must. Gotta have that. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. One teaspoon of paprika. And 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder for a little bit of kick. Actually, I'm going to go 2. I don't mind the heat. Again, I will put all the measurements down in the description box below. Just hit show more. The last spice is going to be some 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. So we'll get this a mix. Give this a mix. If that 8 ounces of beef broth isn't enough, go ahead and add a little bit of water. And I think I might have to because of the size of this pan. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Probably I'm going to start with 1/2 cup. and see what that does. We are going to add other ingredients to this. We aren't done yet, but before we do that, I want to let these potatoes kind of cook down and soften up. So once that's done, I will pick back up when we add the other ingredients. Again, I am going to add half a cup of water to this. All right, so I did add a half a cup of water, and I added a little bit of salt and pepper, just, you know, kind of eyeballed it. And what we're going to do is I have this on a low simmer. We're going to let this simmer for 20 minutes, and then I'll pick back up once we add the other ingredients. All right, so this ground beef and potatoes has been simmering. I actually let it go for 15 minutes, not 20 minutes. And you know what, yeah, those potatoes are starting to get soft. So now is the perfect time to add the last part of the ingredients. I've got 2 small tomatoes here that I've minced up. We're going to add that to the mix. And the reason I waited to add these last ingredients is you don't want them to get too soggy. So if I would have added them when the potatoes were still raw, it would have gotten a little too soggy for my liking. Next, I'm going to add, I'm kind of taking the cheap way out here. Instead of adding fresh carrot and peas and corn, what I've done is I've gotten a bag of frozen vegetables, which are all the same thing. So this is carrot, peas, and corn. We're going to add that to the mix. Now these are frozen, but they should thaw out as we let them simmer for another, 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to get this mixed up. We're going to get the lid back on, and we're going to let this simmer for another probably about 10 minutes, and that should be enough for these to thaw out and soften up. So I will pick back up then. All right, so the last 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is add some, this is about a half a handful of cilantro that I minced up. This is looking amazing. It's smelling amazing. I can't wait to try it. A little bit of cilantro will go a long way in this. So you don't need a ton. It's about a half a handful. Just give this a quick mix. About 5 more minutes simmering. And then we'll get to making some tacos. When I added the corn, carrots and green bean mix, I did add a little bit of more water to it, in case you're wondering. I think I forgot to mention that earlier. But so we're gonna let this sit for just about 5 minutes. I got my comal on the back on. We're gonna warm up some tortillas and make some tacos. Hey guys, time to assemble. I got my fresh tortilla that I just warmed up on the comal. I'm going to take some of this Picadillo. Man, it smells amazing. I'm telling you, this is going to be one messy taco, but that's quite alright. And the only thing you need to do or the only topping you need for this is some homemade chile. Homemade salsa. That's it. This taco may not look beautiful. It may not have all the toppings that most of my tacos do, but for a picadillo taco, right here, you're not gonna get any better than that. That right there is gonna be good. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give this taco a taste. This is gonna be good. I just know it. Man, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna be messy, so expect it. I just love picadillo. Man, that's good. You pick up all the spices I put in there, the chili powder, the comino. I get a little bit of heat from the cayenne. Oh man, that is excellent, you guys. If you like picadillo tacos, you definitely got to try this one out. This is good. And you got to use a homemade tortilla or fresh tortilla. Luckily, my HEB makes them fresh on the spot. Can't get any better than that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care.